welcome back to another episode of Shift Gets Real.
Season 2.
Season 2. I'm Ashley.
This is Dimitri, of course. And we have a very, very special guest. Candace.
Hey.
Candace Rice.
Hey, y'all.
You may know her from MTV's Floribama Shore. I'm probably not saying that right. I'm very proud.
Yeah, how do you say this word?
Floribama, because it's Florida, Alabama.
Yeah, Floribama Shore.
Yes.
Is that what I had no idea what that
I
was.
say Floribama.
Yeah.
That's what I thought it was like.
Yeah, it started off as a bar in Alabama, and then I think MTV, the name, I guess they got the name from that, and then,
Okay.
all that jazz. So, it's like a bar that has bras hanging off the ceiling.
Oh,
wow. Okay. All right.
There
Sounds fun. Awesome.
Yes, so I know Candace through your friend.
Yeah, Brittany.
Yes.
So Brittany Griffin, she was my high school sweetheart. And she, obviously, her and I have been in contact for like 20-something years.
Yes.
And that's how I know Brittany, of course. And then I think Brittany turned you on. Because for our show, we had, she was providing clothing.
Yes.
That's right.
And she was telling me about your skincare line, and she knows I'm all about the natural everything.
Yes.
So do you want to tell us about your skincare line?
So it's called Whip Appeal Beauty, but I'm actually going to be switching the name very soon. It's going to be called Eugenics, and I'm changing all of the packaging to bamboo. So all of this is going to look very different in about a month.
Okay.
But I just have I have my rose and hibiscus facial cream. Actually, I started off making everything at home, so it was I was like a little, kitchen chemist.
Yes.
So I was honestly just doing it in college to make money, and then it was one Christmas, I had no money for Christmas presents. So I'm I'm just gonna make everybody body butter.
Yeah.
And then everybody liked it, and then some folks in Mississippi and my friends, they was all like, oh my God, we want some more. And I was like, oh my gosh, okay, I'll make some more. And then
was that how that dialogue went? Exactly like that?
Yeah, it was I want some more. And I was like, okay, well, I'll make some more. And from there, I actually started understanding how much to put in, and because at first I was just making some stuff because I needed some stuff for my skin.
Yes.
And
I was going to ask you, what made you even start making stuff? Why not just get, Jergens lotion from CVS?
Oh, because I like to be really moisturized.
Okay,
And I think that I know one thing, I read this holistic book or whatever, and I think plants are very interesting.
Yes,
there's over 300,000 different types of plants, and I think they're learning all of about all of the things that they do.
Yes.
How plants and herbs really help us. I don't know. We don't need all this extra stuff that's inside of CVS and Walgreens. We just don't.
Plants
no
are
knock on
medicine.
CVS and Walgreens, but
Knock. Plants are medicine.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
they can be
these
used
drugstore
as such.
stuff, everything that we really need to heal us is really in nature, essentially. And so as I started learning more about that, and figuring out what works for my skin and what doesn't, what works for certain people's skins. I was testing my products, putting it on my white friends too, just trying to figure out what works for everybody. And I found it interesting. And so here we are 2 years later, and then I've just extended everything, the facial cream, the body butter. I have the derma polish,
which I use and I love.
Yes, and I'm going to be adding 8 more new products. I'm going to be adding a booty scrub.
Booty scrub?
Booty scrub.
Gotta get that booty right.
It's going to be
Does that help with cellulite or toning?
And it's going to be a
discoloration?
lemon booty polish. It's going to be really pretty.
So here's what we're going to do. Actually, I'm going to write a workout plan, right? And then to finish it off, it's accommodated with the booty scrub.
There it is.
Right?
There it is.
100 squats and then booty scrub.
Yes, make it look good.
So you
all
developed this
shiny.
in college, and you went to University of Memphis, right? Right. And for journalism?
I went for communications.
Okay.
And journalism.
And so what was what were you trying to what were your thoughts? So you're going to college for communications to do what? What was
a
that?
TV host.
A TV host.
That was what I wanted.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to host I want to be Oprah.
Okay.
There it is.
Still do?
Oprah, it's a lot of responsibility to be Oprah. I don't know if I want that much responsibility.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just want to be able to put out different narratives from other people, let other people tell their stories. Everybody has a story, all of us.
Right.
And so I want, and I think everybody's stories are interesting. I find them really interesting. So I want to be able to share other people's stories and just use that to further shape the world, the culture, and, you know, all this big abyss of stuff we live in. So,
yes, indeed. And so even with your current show, do you feel like that's helping you get to that next level?
Yeah, like, I mean, the network is they're behind our show so much. They're very supportive of our show. Like, they put up a lot of marketing dollars for our show.
And do they support you all as individuals in your individual endeavors, or is that something you find that you kind of are in it alone?
I mean, everybody has their own things that they want to do. They're not against it. All they ask is that, you know, we let their PR team know so nothing like conflicts.
Right.
So, like, that's pretty much it. Like, I honestly can't say that the network's like, oh, well, they don't want us to be successful. Like, if I decided to go be a rapper tomorrow, like, they not gonna call me and be like, oh no, you can't.
Hold on. Let me find out you got bars. You got bars?
Oh no,
okay,
bars. No bars.
Like,
I'm working on bars of soap, but I ain't got that kind of bars.
I was like, let me drop the beat real quick.
I'm working on a turmeric and chia seed soap, but
okay.
Those bars, not the 16 bars.
So you've had quite a bit of stint in. So I think when we were doing some research, you were in Fear Factor.
Oh my God, y'all researched me?
Yeah,
oh my God.
Can you tell us?
No, don't research me.
Because I used to watch that show,
yeah,
and it would make me crazy, but I couldn't stop watching. I didn't understand how
they
anybody
eating
could
cow
do
balls
that.
and shit.
Yeah,
what did you
That's
have
what
to
I
do?
wanted to do. Like, I wanted to eat the bat. Like, I like classic Fear Factor. Fear Factor is actually, they make it harder now. So now you have to do like 3 challenges in one. It's like it's not fair. Like, I don't know why they. Like, I don't even know like why they did this to us.
Candace?
Yeah, I lost. And we got the slowest time. Like, for one, I did it with my friend Emmanuel. He's a comedian out here. I did it as a favor because I wasn't going to go on the show. And so, yeah, he was like, I need a partner. I was like, oh, my God.
Wait, was that his voice? I just want to make sure that's his voice, though. Is that
yeah, he was like, I need a partner. I was like, all right. So, yeah, we did the little casting videos, and I didn't even think we were going to get picked because they have to actually select you. So we were, like, goofing off, just taking dumb pictures together, like, in the middle of La Brea. Like, we was not expecting to get it. Yeah. Right. And, like, they called us, like, you guys are great. I was like, dang. So, yeah.
So what did you have to do?
Yeah, wait, what was it?
So I had to put a vinegaroon in my mouth, hold the vinegar.
Wait, hold on, vinegar what?
A vinegar, it's like half bug, half scorpion. It has, like, a little claw thing.
Is it alive?
Look it up. Yeah, it was alive.
It sounds like a piece of food, like vinegar macaroon.
So no, and it's not finished. So I had to put them in my mouth, and they also, when they go in your mouth, they squirt out.
Hold on.
Acid.
I just need to do this in small pieces,
the vinegar.
steps, right? So, first of all, we're talking about an insect, right? And it is fucking alive.
It's alive. And it has little claws, and because it's stressed out because it's in your mouth, it squirts out a acid. And they told us that, but they're like, you're not gonna die from it, but just know that you're gonna have green acid in your mouth because the vinegaroon, they squirt that out when they're stressed out, and you had to close your mouth. So there was no way of you couldn't hold it like against your teeth. The only way it counted it was if you put it in your mouth and closed your whole mouth.
But do they snap or pinch?
Does it bite your shit?
They toe up all my shit. The front, like they were like dun 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 dun.
Because shit like it.
They toe it out. They dun dun dun.
And what about your friend? Was he able to do it? Or
yeah, he did it. And he was so mad at me because he put the vinegar in his mouth first, and he was waiting on me to put it in my mouth because we had to go at the same time, and I was so scared. So I was like, I don't want to do this. And he was looking at me like, I was like, all right. So, you know.
So that's not.
Well, how do you lose, though?
So we had to put the vinegar in our mouth and then pick up the other baby vinegarooms that was inside of a sink. So it's called, the challenge was clean the kitchen. So there's 10 vinegarooms like inside of the sink. You have to pick up the other ones, put them inside the basket. Once all the vinegarooms got inside of the basket, we had to go to the second portion, which was had to do with like dirty clothes, so putting the clothes into the dryer. So the only thing they didn't tell us was when you open the dryer and get the clothes out is that there are maggots in it. So you have to go through all the dirty clothes and put on, you have to put on a jacket. So the jacket has maggots on it. And then
I would have already done.
Yo, hold on.
I wouldn't have made it past.
Who thinks about this shit, yo?
Some sick people. So the same people that wrote Saw,
Yeah,
so,
right. Clearly.
So after you put the maggot jacket on, then you have to go to the tub and get the rat out. and put the rat inside
Why
of
does every time she keep talking, it's like new animals being added to
She said 3 challenges, so I was waiting to understand challenges in how that works.
So the rat has to go inside of the box alive, and then you transfer the rat. No, sorry, me and him transfer the rat inside of a box, and then once the rats are done, you spit the vinegaroon out.
So you have that in your mouth the entire time.
And the vinegaroon has to be alive for it to count. So while you're doing all of this, you can't bite it, you can't kill it or nothing. It has to be alive in your mouth for it to count. So
So is that the challenge you guys lost on?
Girl, yeah.
At what part did you realize I'm done?
When I started, it wasn't gonna work.
Was that like the first?
Did you get to the rat?
Yeah, I got to the rat, and then I gave up because for one, I dropped the vinegaroons out of the little sink, and we were behind on seconds. So I was like, look, I almost wanted to quit, but I was like, well, that was that
the first challenge though? So
that was the first challenge. That was challenge numero uno.
I salute you because I wouldn't even made it. Looking at it, I would have been like, okay, this is not the challenge for me.
Yeah, it was bad, and I don't ever want to go on.
So were you bleeding, or was it just scratches?
Okay, so I ended up getting a bump at the top of my mouth.
Wow.
A day later, and that was from the acid. Luckily, it healed. And then there was like little, it was just like little.
Did you use your herbs to? Because that is where I would have been all up in them herbs, like 300,000 plant species trying to figure out.
Yeah, they did warn us though, so they told us that there's a possibility that you might break out, but it's not serious. So the acid that they scored out is not something your body can't. Like they don't actually try to kill you.
Yeah.
So
they would all but not kill you.
So crazy.
Yeah, we'll put a bug in your mouth, but you're not gonna die.
So that's something more analogous to hosting though was when you're on Afterbuzz.
Yes.
Right? So the show was
people at Afterbuzz
because as we were actually on Afterbuzz too, we had fun.
Such a great community.
So obviously the fear factor was an extreme of just grossness, maggots, rats, acid. Laden bugs.
Testing your resolve.
You get to Afterbuzz, and are you there as a guest or are you there as a host?
I was at Afterbuzz as a host.
So
actually, that was where I met my partner at. That was a part of Fear Factor, Emmanuel. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we're just a big community, like a family of just people that are just. I don't know. Everybody. Afterbuzz is a really good place to get started out here. They give you They give you all the tools that you need to just kind of be able to produce your own show and be able to have the presence in front of a camera, all of that stuff. So Afterbuzz was just great. I met everybody there that I met way before I ever did MTV. I'm still cool with. So
that's beautiful. Yeah. That's beautiful. We loved Afterbuzz. We were guests initially on Kevin Undergaro's show. What was the name of that show?
Don't remember.
It was great because we got to dress up as.
I know yes.
Yeah.
Hold on. Yes. I got to think of it because I love Kevin.
Yes. It's called After Show. The After Show.
No, it's some clever title.
He does have one called. He does multiple shows.
Yeah.
So that's how we first got put on to Afterbuzz, and then we came as guests on Black Hollywood Live.
Yes.
And then we actually we co-hosted with Michael Thieling. Do you know him? Yes. And so we had a little Afterbuzz show for our show.
That's cool.
So, so we know, we love them at Afterbuzz, and so that's a great place. I love how they nurture their community.
They do. They really do.
They pour into
Kevin and his wife, the most selfless people
they are.
Ever.
So beautiful.
Really are.
You know what I mean? It's crazy. So between the 3 shows, right? So you did Afterbuzz, you did obviously Fear Factor, you're doing your MTV show now. What has been the hottest thing? So as we move through, and we always talk about this now, we're kind of like in this celebrity purgatory, right? So I can't call Jada or Will or Denzel like, yo, when you got stuck, how do you know what I mean? But yet I still can't really talk to regular people because they have no idea what the hell I'm talking about. You're on TV. What are you crying about? You know what I mean? And so everyone knows us at Costco and Whole Foods, but yet we don't get invited to red carpet events and we're not getting free meals anywhere. You know what I mean? So it's just
that's
weird.
really what it was.
That's all I want. I just want a free ticket. You know what I mean? Shit. Don't you know who I am? So what was the hottest thing, emotionally, that you had to get through? As you move through this journey up to this day?
Ooh, man, the internet. The internet is not a nice place.
Right.
And yeah, and then like season 3 is about to air in the fall. So and yeah, you know, I turned up this season. So yeah, I'm about to have to deal. I already prepared myself for like the negative comments. I'm just like, you know, I'm gonna put hard eyes and just tell everybody they're beautiful.
Yeah.
Nice. So talk about that though. I mean, what about it was hot? I mean,
it's just, I think a lot of it is the fan base for our show in particular. It's just different. So like if I do something wrong or if I do something that people don't agree with, like they come
which is everything because
yeah,
like
you can do I can't do anything wrong on as a part of our cast. Like I get drag. So
do you feel like that's different for you as opposed to other cast members? Do they come for you more?
And I also think this because I'm the voice of reason in the house. Like they expect there's a higher standard for me. So like Candace does this, she should never do that. And it's like, no,
Candace
I'm human. Yeah, like Candace knows better. I'm like, yo, I'm human just like everybody else.
And just I'm sorry, just real quick for our viewers that aren't too familiar with your show, because our demography is a bit different on TLC. So what is the show? Tell everyone what the show is.
So Floribama Shore, it's just a bunch of 8 kids that are in their 20s, early 20s, and they live inside of a beach house. And we're all from different parts of the South. Like some of us are from Florida. I'm from Tennessee. Cody's from South Carolina. Kirk's from Atlanta. So we're all from the South. And yeah, we just we live in a house and party. And
you're filmed 24/7, right?
Yes.
The cameras are in their house all day, every day. And they're just on, filming them, doing everything and whatever happens.
Which is a lot different from our show. Everybody thinks they know everything about our life or what we do for 24 hours, but you don't. But you will for you guys, because that is kind of the premise of the show.
Okay.
Yeah, so we are living in front of cameras 24/7. No connection with the outside world, no cell phones, no anything.
Wow.
And so going back to some of these challenges, like emotionally, like the EIQ there, because I think you're almost the eldest there. Because you're like 20.
Actually, no, I'm not. Okay. Let's see. Look, Amy's older than me. Kirk's older than me. Cody's older than me. I am the 4th oldest in the house. I'm like in the middle.
Okay. There's only 7.
There's 8.
There's 8. Okay, so then you're
you're in the middle. Okay, that's fair. Okay, so. But within that, though, their EIQ, though, as this what I observed, to your point, like you're kind of the voice of reason. You're the moderator of things.
EIQ is emotional intelligence.
Yeah. So again, what was hard about that? So what was hard on the outside? I want to know what did you encounter? Like what made you cry? What hurt your feelings?
Oh God!
When you first got into the show, and then when you got inside.
How much time we got? No,
we got time. The show's about you.
Oh God! I think for me, it was being in a space where I felt like I couldn't relate to everybody right away. I feel completely different now. Like our cast, we really had to, almost like a married couple, we had to fight to get to the understanding. Like there was a lot of fights, and then the understanding of how to treat each other, how to deal with each other came out of those fights. Right. But what's unfortunate is that, you know, like everybody else, they get to have their fights in the corridors of their own home. Right. We fight, and our fights are on camera. Right. So if everybody's judging you for what you said and everything else, and so, but there's an understanding and there's a common ground that we come to once, you know, the fight is over with, but that fight happens to be episode 3 or episode 5, and you know, so everybody's coming up against you, and the thing is that we are all literally growing on TV. Like I am not the same person that I was season 1. Right. I'm a lot more confident now. I was not very confident. I wasn't confident like my body when I was first on the show. And then season 2, I come in and do a swimsuit competition. Now you look at my Instagram, I'm half naked all the time. No, but no, like. I think that was what it was. It was a lot harder to relate to my castmates.
Due to what though? Was it?
So yeah, like the same way there are like cultural like differences and like little mini subdivisions inside big cities like New York and here in Los Angeles, everywhere else. Like, it's the same for the South, and so it's just kind of like it was a lot. It was a bit difficult for me to relate to everybody. Yes. And then it took some understanding. It literally took a course of like 2 seasons. This is 2 years of us being together, working together, being contracts together, doing promotions together for me to really understand it. Like, you know, we all, you know, we have a lot more in common. Yeah. And also I'm not a person that's really quick to open up to like, you know, the world. So there was a lot of things that I've been through in my personal life that my roommates didn't know. And I had to realize that that's not somebody else's responsibility, that I should be the one to say, hey, I'm willing to open up. And so I kind of felt like, oh, there were assumptions made about me being so closed off. And it's like, no, it's not that. But then at the same time, I have to realize I've signed up to be a part of this experience. And so I feel like it is my responsibility to be authentically who I am. And so that's pretty much like who I've been.
So you got power through being vulnerable, because you have to be vulnerable. I mean, your ass is in the air. This is the thing we've obviously encountered as well, right? Having to just, you know, come forth with all this shit. So you've gotten your power through being vulnerable, and now because of that vulnerability, people don't have so much to make up and assume about you now, right? So they have to deal with who Candace actually is.
Exactly. So, you know, like whatever I get from the internet and all these other things, like they also have to understand that the show is edited. We all have our high moments and our low moments. But what the beautiful thing about like the production company is that they actually have no interest in making any of us look bad. Like if we have a bad week where we did something maybe like the rest of the world doesn't agree with, the next week they'll come back and then it'll be an apology episode, and then they'll show you doing something funny and ridiculous, and then everybody loves you again. So like being a part of this, to be honest, like they don't have any intention of making any of us look bad. So
except they do want everyone to tune in next week.
yeah, they do. Like
but you guys do too. So what is it? I mean, do you have creative input on what's happening, or is it literally just an organic, like we're waking up and let's see what happens today?
I mean, do we have creative input? No, not really.
No.
We're pretty much just a bunch of drunk kids in a house.
Okay.
And
you wake up drinking.
I did. Yeah, I had to. No, I had to. I absolutely had to, because that house it takes over you mentally, because you have no outlet. It's just the drama in the house. So it's like I did, and for me it was a vacation. So it's like, all right, I will. But
how many weeks do you film?
Oh, it's been different every single season. Like this past time, we filmed for 35 to 40 days. Last time around, we filmed for 70 to 80 days straight. Yeah, it was bad.
Straight in the house.
So you guys leave together and go out into the world together. But you have to stay in the group, and you don't really talk to other people. Like,
I mean, no, they encourage us to talk to other people. We just kind of, but we do normally stay in a group. But then when we go out to clubs or whatever, people come up and talk to us and things like that. They'll try to start fights with us too. So yeah. Oh yeah. That's the thing. In the South, when you have cameras around you and then everybody's been drinking, everybody wants their seconds of fame.
We call that brave juice.
Yeah, that's the brave juice.
Everybody get real brave when they start drinking.
They want to throw drinks at us, or they want to yell out, you know, some unnecessary stuff. Like, y'all think all of this just because y'all got the cameras following you. We're like, no. Actually,
you think that.
Pretty much. You thought that.
Right.
So,
how is it being a Black woman of color in this space? Has that affected some of your relationships? And
by the way, is that your proper pronoun? Because I know in LA it's actually a thing to make sure we address the proper pronoun. He, she, they.
Oh, yes, I am a she.
Okay, I just want to make
Yes, I've had my vagina for a very long time.
Okay, that's fine. Yes. Okay, great.
Since I was born.
Okay. Proud owner.
Yeah, so how has it affected me? I think that I'm actually like starting to really just become more and more comfortable with it. That's where I will say, like, it was really difficult for me at first, because like the part of the South that I know, to be honest, is kind of segregated. Okay. And so and it's not in a bad way. It's just like certain things, like, you know, where I come from, you know, white people don't use the N-word. Where they come from, it was like some of them thought it was cool. So it was like, you know, there's just a difference in understanding. But
did you guys have that conversation in the show?
Tune in and you will get to see.
That's hilarious. Okay.
It's gonna be big.
Okay.
Because after I made it a point to make it a thing, because I had legitimately got tired of it. Yeah. But
wow.
Yeah. But you know, it's not. It wasn't a bad thing. I think it's just like
People need to be educated.
Yeah, they just really needed to be educated. That's all. Like, and so it was just like that's where the cultural thing came in. It was like no, they weren't saying, nobody was saying it to be hurtful. To me, it's just like the usage of that word. Yeah. And so they just didn't understand the history behind the word. And you know, there's a lot of black people that don't use the word. Right. You know, just because you hear it in hip hop, you hear the Migos use it, that don't mean that like all of us out here.
I think its use may have even shifted over the years, just with people, the consciousness, you know, kind of awakening and deciding, making more choices on just how you're going to exist in the world.
Yeah, so, like I personally don't find it cool to like call a black dude a nigga. Yeah. Like, I'm not gonna address you as that. Yeah. Right. Like, it's just not cool to me. Like, no, you're a person, you're a man, like, you ain't that. Mm-hmm. So, you know, that's just, I mean, like, you gotta really make me mad for me to go, like, to that level. And you have to literally be acting ignorant, like, and not acting like a person for me to call you something like that. Right. But I'm not about to address.
Black people even use it, you know, when describing people who are not black. Oh, y'all gonna be that ignorant, like a bunch of, you know, like, so yeah, it's a very nuanced, but I think one of those words that I think we just kind of have come to understand that it's not necessary.
It really ain't. It really ain't.
There's so many other words that you can use, and in pop culture maybe
asshole, dickhead. I mean,
it's just
well, we're
cunt. I like calling people cunts now.
Oh. Cunt.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Why is that?
Because it's not a bad word, really, but it is. But it sounds really bad. But they can't bleep it out. But it's really, if you just hear it, it's offensive.
Yes.
Yo, that's a fighting word, yo.
And whoremonger, I like that word too.
Oh, jeez. All right.
Well, you said she can speak.
She did. Listen, she almost cussed me on the show. Look, I'm just pretty good.
I'm just like, I mean, I cuss, but I think I only do it when I'm around other people that do. It's not a part of my natural.
It's part of her natural because we just spent 10 years in my potty mouth.
But even then, I'm very aware of when you use language, and it's still kind of like one of those. I still kind of have to. Breathe deep on that one.
Gotcha. So going back to, because I really want to extract, you know, the time where you've had to like say, I got to grow up emotionally. I really got to. So what was that moment? Tell me about that. Like, what was it? Was it when you encountered that troll, you know what I mean, on the internet, and they said something? Because here's the thing. Even when people say shit and they could be completely talking shit, there's some merit. Sometimes there's some merit of truth in what they're saying. Like you look like a dick. I mean, we've had an issue in S1 where I got called out, and though how they were saying it and what they were saying it was hurtful. I mean, some of it was like, I kind of look fucking stupid. You know what I mean? So and me having to look at myself on camera was the biggest indicator of, I got to tighten my shit up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's not about just doing it and saying sorry behind closed doors. I'm now accountable to a community of people that I'm trying to show, hey, there's this other version of love, this other version of family that could be, you know, that's normal, right? That should be acceptable like everyone else. But yet, as a representative of that, I'm not doing a great job. You know what I mean? So that to me, and that's one, I cried. I cried. I was salty. I was like, why is he's so
He cried,
mean.
But he didn't cry on camera.
I didn't cry on camera.
So a lot of, you did once, and I think you took it down. You had a.
Oh, it was on camera. It was
he recorded himself. But to me, like, he was very
I was salty.
Distraught about, just how people couldn't see. If my own wife can accept me and we can work through this, why is everybody else so angry, like it's their personal thing?
As you know, because there's a delay, like you film it and you work through it real time, and then it actually airs, so you have to relive it twice.
Yes, that's why I'm not looking forward to it. Like, I gotta
that
relive
anxiety
all
that
this
it
stuff
creates.
times two. And you don't get to see the final cut. You don't post that, or they doing their things. They want to, and I'll drag it over. They'll make it an arc over 2 episodes. They give you a cliffhanger.
And so then you have to deal with a week's worth of. Why you think I'm so disappointed. I'm gonna write the network so you can get removed. They be trying to remove me from the show. Oh my goodness. So there's that.
So what was that moment for you? Like, how'd you what were the tools you used to power through that because you're by yourself. I mean, you can't really call a bunch of people. You can't go talk to Dr. Phil. You know what I mean? Like, what was that?
I think that when I'm actually in the house and I'm like living through certain situations and I feel like, not even feel like I actually don't have an outlet that, you know, I can actually have inside the house. I think that like with me, what I was trying to learn to do, I think this time around is turn everything into comedy. And that's where, like, honestly, and that's not always a good thing because I truly believe that comedians are actually really dark people on the inside because you have to sometimes take pain and turn it into comedy. But what are you actually doing with that real pain? Are you feeling the pain? Are you allowing yourself to heal before you turn it into something to make other people laugh?
Right.
So, you know, but no, shout out to all my comedian friends. I think they're great. But, you know, no, sometimes, but some, I think that the basis of comedy and how some comedians take it, it's very dark on the inside. And so I think that was more so what I was doing, was just taking the little things and just turning it into comedy instead of just letting it eat me up on the inside. And I wish I would have done that in certain other situations that you'll see play out in the house. Cause there's a lot of ways like I could have played it, you know, could have played it up in a more comical way. But then it's like, you know, when you feel like people are forcing you to do things, it's like, oh no, I'm just irritated at it all. Yeah. But I think that that's mainly what, I don't know, with me, I would rather just, you know, turn it into comedy and just try to laugh it off in the moment. Because at least if we can laugh about it, the rest of the world can laugh about it. If we laughing, the viewers are going to laugh. Yeah. Right. You know what I'm saying? If we're angry and upset and crying, the viewers are going to be angry, upset and crying. If I'm throwing a table, the viewer going to be mad. Yeah. Right. So it's like, you know.
You can disarm them through your method of feeling or dealing with the situation at hand. So you consider yourself a comedian?
Oh no, I'm not very funny. I'm just.
That was funny.
No, I'm not very funny at all. I just, I don't know. I'm just goofy. I don't know. And I'm kind of like, I don't know. I'm very smart, but I'm also like ditzy. So like weird stuff go over my head. Like there was. When season 2, when we went to Cabo, I actually told my friend about this yesterday. Like they were riding, so they told us we were going to be riding ATVs, and I had never heard of those. I thought they were just like 4-wheelers, and I heard it wrong. So I was like, "Oh, we're riding a TV." And I was like, I don't get what you mean by a TV. Like, are they putting? And you know, we're in Mexico, so I was like, is this like a cultural thing? Like,
you were dead serious. Like you were.
Yeah, I was like, is there gonna be like wheels on the TV?
Oh my God.
And they're like, no, not like a TV. They mean like ATV. And I asked production because I was concerned because I was like, why would we be riding on a TV? Like that doesn't even make sense to me.
A big float.
Yeah, I was just like, what is it? Like, how are they gonna strap us on top of it?
Wow. So there's a lot of mind wear being.
Yeah, like I was just trying to like.
And you were already you already moved into concern because you didn't understand.
Yeah.
Do I get a helmet? Is it a seatbelt? Okay.
You get all those things.
So
safety first, right?
I have those moments where like
hilarious.
I think I'm too smart for my own good. That like regular stuff just goes.
Because it should be so simple.
TV. Yeah, it's a freaking 4-wheeler.
It's an acronym.
It is a 4-wheeler.
All-terrain vehicle. It's an acronym. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess.
So
we don't call it that in the South.
What do you guys call it? A 4-wheeler.
4-wheelers. Yeah. Okay. A dirt bike.
Okay. Even though it's a 4-wheeler.
Yeah, it's a
dirt bike.
Dirt 4-wheeler.
Y'all gonna learn it today. So back to the comedy thing are you able to process, because you touched on something very key, right? Are you able to process that pain, or is that a way of deflecting it, right? Because sometimes we come up with coping mechanisms to kind of postpone going through that shit. So you're like, ha, 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 ha.
Yeah.
And when you do that, you do two things. One is you provide levity to the situation, but sometimes you can actually minimize what it looks like inside. You like want to punch the air or ball up in the corner and fucking cry.
Or
right?
you do that after you laugh
So
it off.
so for your comedy though, are you still able to process? Like is Candace, like right now, do you feel like, okay, of the shit that's happened, whether it was inside of television or outside of real life, have you worked through that shit? Are you matured through that? Because as they say, you're only as old as the last time you went through trauma.
That's true.
Right? So if the last shit you dealt with was when you're 14 and you're 30 and some change, well, you're still fucking 14 emotionally.
I think it's so funny that you asked that, because I'm actually going through a weird transition mode right now in my life. I'm losing like a lot of the people that's closest to me, and I think it's happening.
I'm sorry, we know what that feels like too, don't we?
Yeah.
What people?
Right.
People that I love very dearly, but I think that it's happening for the simple fact that I feel like God and the universe is trying to bring me back to a foundation of just gratitude, and I think that I lost that. It was like, I thought that if I had a certain amount of money, it would be enough, and I still wasn't happy. I thought that if I had the perfect apartment in Hollywood, I still wasn't happy. I thought that if I had all these clothes that was given to me from free by all these companies, that I would be happy. Still wasn't happy. Listen. And so all of that, when you walk in lack of gratitude, it'll cause you to actually make bad mistakes, because you're like, well, I want more.
Yeah. Right.
And I'm like, yo, whatever happened to the happiness that I had when I was just a broke college student, using
making
a little making my stuff out of the kitchen, you know what I mean? Then I ain't have money for a measuring cup, you know what I'm saying? I was measuring out a little container, the little thingies that you put on top of the medicine.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That was my measuring cup.
Yeah. Nice.
So, I didn't have that same attitude back then. And so, I think that, I know, like, in the midst of like me praying and trying to understand like why a lot of things are happening, I think that it is to put me back in a place of foundation to where it's me. And now I have to deal with myself, and now I have to look inside of myself and feel like figure out, why am I unhappy? Why am I getting upset in certain situations? It's not the situation. It's not the other people. It's me and what I had fastened on the inside. Yeah. And so now I am dedicating an hour of gratitude meditation every single day.
That's beautiful.
And it's really been helping me. It's been changing me. Like, I just, somebody cut me off today, and I was like, you know what? You can't, bless you.
This is what you can take, because he has road rage.
No,
I do too.
Here's my fucking problem, right? So I'm an East Coast kid, right? And in the East Coast, when the light turns green, you fucking go. Yeah, okay?
But you can't do that out here.
No, you can.
No, because there are no left turn signals, and everybody runs.
No, you
through
cannot.
That
okay,
so
that's
fine.
fine.
To wait.
So here's my thing. So there's 2 layers to that. Let me explain, all right? So there's the fucker at the front. I get it. Take a pause, because motherfucker's still coming through the light. Okay, that's fine. But everyone else behind that person, after they've gone, still is at a delay. Yeah. That grinds my gears. Go. Yeah. What are you doing?
I think it's a cultural nuance, because it's like, if we know
I can't meditate through that.
But yes, you can. If we know that the person in front is not going to go, it's a chain reaction. Everybody's just going to chill.
So it's a disrespect of time.
To understand that this is the West Coast. People do more drugs. So there's more.
Is that what this is?
Yes, I've analyzed it.
Okay.
People do more drugs out here, so the driving is not at the East Coast level.
Okay.
People on the East Coast drive so much better. I lived in New York for a short period of time.
Right.
They're much better drivers. They do less drugs. Yeah. Like here, there's a lot more going on, so it's a bit delayed. Everybody's so chill. They're distracted. There's palm trees, and it feels good outside. They have their windows open. They're girls with their long hair, half naked. It's a lot of stuff going on. Mm-hmm. So who really is gonna hit the gas that quick?
Yes.
Okay,
but I want to go back, because we kind of sidebar.
That's how I analyzed it.
We sidebar. I want to acknowledge, because you said 2 things. I mean, you were talking about the having to figure out why I was responding a certain way. And so you did shadow work. That's essentially what you did. You did your shadow work to figure out what that darkness and what that issue was. Right. So you did the shadow work. And then you also have created your healing work and how to pour back into yourself. And I think a lot of people get stuck there. They don't know that you got to acknowledge and unearth all of that stuff. Mm-hmm. What is the issue? What is the problem? And then you have to pour it back into yourself. And gratitude is a beautiful place to start.
Right. And I think that also, because I am a person that self-reflects a lot, I self-reflect. But in order for me to really make a change to where I'm able to pour into myself, my creator that knows me best knew I had to lose people. Mm-hmm. So me losing people was really the point to be like, okay, well, let me look at it from this perspective. And yeah, I mean, like, people change when you get to a certain position or whatever. But now that I've been doing the gratitude, I don't even want to look at it that way. I'm just going to take responsibility and be the best person that I can be. Yeah. And so now I'm to the point where I'm saying, well, you know what? How could I have handled those situations better? Whether I come in contact with them again in the future or not, or whether God replaces them with new people. How can I, if that situation arises again, how can I handle that better? Because nobody else's reaction is my responsibility. I'm only responsible for the ones that I make. Yep. And so, I feel like now I'm to the point where I'm like, you know what? I'm not letting little things bother me anymore, and starting with gratitude, just being happy that I'm alive, being happy that I have food to eat and I live in a beautiful place with beautiful people around me, and I've been able to come from where I started to having this and having my family. Like those are the things that really make me happy. And so you can
magnetize more of that because you are in a place of gratitude. Yes, you're not in a place of want or desire. That's when we push or repel things from us, because if you want it, the universe responds in that way. You're always going to want it. But if you're happy and content with what you have in your current place now, and you can continue to keep your mind open, that you just attract that stuff to you. And so that's beautiful.
That's super dope. It's super dope. And so are you in a relationship?
No, I'm not.
And so, is that by choice? Is it because of availability? And is it because of your career? Like, let's talk about that.
Well, I think it's mainly because
And you and Cody, is it what the boy named Cody or what?
Cody, yeah. Cody's a sweetheart. Cody lives in South Carolina. And Cody is also, I mean, no, it's not gonna work. I'm sorry. But no, like, me and Cody were really good friends. Cody's actually a really great guy. He's a big sweetheart. I love him to death. It's just that he's in South Carolina. I'm here, and
Cody's Cody.
We're just like, we're castmates. Yeah. So it's just like the relationship thing. I'm just like, no.
Okay.
It's too close for comfort.
But I mean, Ash and I have been curious about this. Now that we are kind of where we are in entertainment, it is harder to date because you don't know what people really want. You know what I mean? I'm like, so do you like us, or you saw us from the show? And to your point, it's like, well, you saw the 58 minutes of us through 10 episodes.
Right.
Yeah.
But you don't really know who I am. My Instagram looks decent, but so what is it that you're really attracted to? You're attracted to, what made you tune in next week. And this shit's a lot of work right here.
But you know what? We've always had that. Even before TV, I feel like people were attracted to the idea of us, the idea of having a plural family, that support system, the way we think, our mindset, like all of that's attracted on the outside.
Right.
But how do you get to that place? And that's where the work is happening. And that's where it's like, we are kind of no nonsense people. Like, we're very
cut the shit, own your shit. So if you are operating at a version less than optimal, own it. You know what? I'm salty today. I'm not the best version of myself. I'm going to excuse myself and deal with myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or I wasn't fair when I responded to you. Just own this shit. Like, all that deflecting and, well, you made me feel. I didn't make you feel shit. You made you feel that way because your feelings are your choice.
That's actually that hits home with me, because that version, what you just said was basically who I was. I come in the room, and if I got an attitude, I think other people should have to deal with it. And that is a no.
Right.
So, as a part of my gratitude, no, I'm happy, I'm alive, I made it here safe, because somebody didn't make it to their destination safe. Right. So, when I walk into the room, if for whatever reason my energy is messed up, no, I can walk back out, correct it, take some time, and then walk back in, because it's nobody's fault in this room while I'm feeling the way that I'm feeling.
Right.
And if somebody says something and I respond in a way that's not appropriate, just because I was in a bad mood, like, being in a bad mood is not a reason. That's a reason for nothing.
It's immature as hell, right?
Yeah, like, because I was in a bad mood, or just because something happened to me like 20 minutes before I got here. You don't understand a phone call that I had before. That wasn't
not my fault.
Go sort yourself out.
Yes, and with that also the personality. A lot of people feel like, well, this is how I am, so I'm not going to change it. And
or they be like, I'm an Aquarius.
Yes,
I'm an Aquarius.
And I'm like, first of all, you don't need to be married to your personality.
Right.
There may be parts of you that are important for you to nurture and, bring to light. And then there are parts of you that you need to check.
Yeah.
And it's like, if it's not healthy, if it's not serving you, if it's not serving others, you don't, just because it's you, like, why are you holding on to that? You need to divorce yourself from that.
It's an unproductive part of yourself.
Yep.
So
really
that's been, to her point, it's kind of been, it's been exacerbated by being on television. So we already had challenges because we're different. We communicate at a very high level. And that level of emotional intelligence and emotional accountability is very rare that we're finding. Because we're not asking for anyone to be perfect. I'm just asking you to fucking own your shit and communicate that. Look,
it's hard.
You know what? I am a person that is fearful of a lot of things. Cool. If you own that, then now we have a platform to work from. But if you're in a position of denial, where you thinking everything you're doing is the best, and we don't even have a common definition of work
But doing
from.
that is hard. Doing that work is hard. That's why a lot of people don't, because it's like if we literally have to sit down and have mind meetings daily, to get past a point, a patch. That's what we do.
Right.
And hell, I don't always want to show up for that.
Yeah.
But we do because we know that we have to.
It's required.
Yeah.
It's why we're 10 years in, because we show up every day. I know every day I have a passion and a burning desire to wake up next to her. I have a desire to go play with my babies. Yeah. It's a passion. Yeah. That passion never wanes.
Well, there are times I'm just like, I don't like you, but then I check myself.
Right.
Really?
Because it's my.
I didn't know you felt that way.
Yeah.
You don't like me? I can't stand your ass either sometimes.
But not liking, and it's not even liking you. I don't like the thing.
Of course.
I don't like the thing.
Yeah.
I like you, and I think that's why it works. A lot of people are in relationships with people that they don't like.
Don't even like.
You can love somebody and not like anything about them.
Yeah.
So it's like.
Love is easy, I think. So, but anyway, back to you.
Yes.
So Cody's a good friend. Cody, you're just a great friend, guy. Back to the relationships. Are you looking for love? Cody's he's I actually saw him on the show. He actually is you can tell he's like a teddy bear. He's a really caring guy.
So sweet.
But are you looking? Is it hard? Where are you? Like, what's your emotional perspective on relationships? You know what I mean?
So with where I am right now, I'm actually getting to the point where I was a person that was married to my personality. I felt like, well, this is who I am, so people have to be that. And now that I am shifting,
shift gets real. Boom.
Oh yes,
bang. Boom.
Yes, the shift is actually getting real in my life. Now that I'm shifting, I'm learning. I'm actually saying no. These things about my personality are not, it's not okay. It's not making the world better. It's not making me happier. It's actually causing me to be more upset more often than even necessary over trivial things. So it's like, no, so right now I'm working on becoming the best version of myself. And the best version of what I think Candace looks like is a happy person all the time. And so I'm working to get to that, and I think that once I am the absolute best version of myself, I just want to attract somebody else at their best version, and then we do this thing together. Yeah. So it's all on like whatever whatever's timing. Who's timing? God's timing, divine timing. Yeah. So if he drop out the sky tomorrow, then hey, I'm here. I'm still working on me, but
And do you think dating inside the industry, because we kind of have been talking about this, is dating in the industry from your perspective better, or would you date the guy that works at Whole Foods, right? Like, what is, because we don't we have the nuance of who we are, which is already like this, and then it's like, I don't even know why she's here, if she's trying to get on television, or she thinks she's going to be in the next episode, or
we've had people that are absolutely like, I don't want anything to do with that. Television. And then it's kind of like, well, what do we do with that?
Because we're going to burn television, and we're going to be
where do we bridge that gap?
Yeah. So for me, I don't tell people about the show right away. I don't. I let people get to know me, feel my energy first, and then I actually let them follow me on social media first. And some people I meet, I don't like, we don't exchange social medias right away. So I don't even mention it. I don't even talk about it. And then people follow me on social media, like, oh my God, you're on the show. And they're like, you're so cool. I'm like, yeah, well, what was I supposed to be? Just like, it's just a show.
Of course I'm cool.
So yeah, I actually don't mention the show to people, because for some people, when you say, oh, you're on a reality show, they automatically get turned off on it because they have their idea of what they think a reality TV show is.
And we know that because we don't watch a lot of TV either.
Yeah.
And it's gotten real trashy.
Well, we're just like, when we've had to humble ourselves because we are on reality TV, and we know what that means, and we know what it means for some people, and we don't want it to ever be the definer, a defining thing for us. But at the same time, it's like, it is a part of our story.
Yes.
Unfortunately, we don't really have the privilege of people not knowing that we're on a show, especially when it comes to dating, yet. And I think it would be different if we were dating more people inside the industry, because a lot of people in the industry don't know who we are.
Yeah.
They have no idea who we are at all.
So that might actually be a better thing if it ever happened organically.
But then industry people don't date regular people because they would think we're regular.
But that's what I'm saying. It would have to be an organic thing.
It's the purgatory.
It's very strange. And I think, too, we already have a different type of relationship to begin with. So there's that added, nuance.
I don't like industry guys. I like the nerdy ones that's like, I'd probably date an editor or something, or like
the dude in post edit, right?
Yeah, I'd probably date the post edit guy.
That would be a great match though, because whatever work you're doing,
there you go.
Yeah,
that would be a great team.
I would probably date the lighting tech or something. I would not date somebody that's actually in the industry, because I just, from my experiences with them, they just seem to be very very self-obsessed.
They're working because they are their brand.
Yeah, and so I don't know. It's just not. I don't know. I like manly men. The ones that are out cutting trees.
Cody, you're back in action, buddy.
Well, Cody better pick up a chainsaw.
Yeah, I always said my dream man was a plumber. Because a plumber is a dirty job. You got to be committed to be a plumber.
And you like that shit, huh?
Yeah. If you're willing to go in pipes, that is exciting, And there's spiders under there, too, which means he can kill spiders.
Handyman.
Yeah, I would date a carpenter.
Yeah. They're very, and you know what? And I think I understand that, because that's part of the reason that I was so attracted to Dimitri, because he can do literally everything. If he can he built me an in-home studio.
Aww.
He's fixed our cars countless times. He can just do it. He's able to do it. He sees people on the side of the road, and sometimes I'm like, but we gotta go, and he's like, no, we gotta stop.
Gotta help.
We gotta stop.
This is because my father, we didn't have shit growing up, so my father was like, you cannot, no one's coming to save you. That was his mantra. No one's fucking coming to save you. So I've had to learn, and of course I just have an insatiable appetite to learn, as you see, and maybe we'll show the crowd in the rest of another episode, but that's a whole wall of Legos over there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm 38 and I love Legos. You know what I mean? So anyway, but those are the things that we can't or haven't been able to express,
and we don't really, we there's a lot that we can't express because it's not 24/7.
Yeah. See, I didn't know that. I didn't know you were a handyman.
Yeah, he does it all. He does it all. But we don't know. And so we were just curious with you, what it looks like for you in dating. Is it something that you're mindful of, I'm staying out of the limelight when it comes to a partner? Or is it I'm going to find somebody that's in that same space? Because
I will go public with somebody if I got engaged or if we got married. They would, because obviously when you marry somebody like that, we live in this life together. So as I do more stuff, I'm gonna go on red carpets. I don't go red carpet by myself. You're gonna have to come, whether you're a plumber or not.
Right. With your utility belt, right?
Yeah, with your utility belt. So yeah,
it's gonna become the premier plumber. Red carpet plumber.
Get him a Louis Vuitton utility belt.
I would, sauce him up. But it's just I think that when you're trying to figure things out, I'm not quick to throw stuff on social media. I always said that the one guy that I would post would be my husband. Yeah. And I don't have one yet. So you won't see me posting anybody, see me posting somebody, that'll be the man. I'll know for sure it'll be my husband. So
question two, there's been this kind of debate on social media. So when you're dating someone publicly and you break up with them, do you think you should delete all the pictures off the social media? Like, what is your perspective on that?
I think you should. Really? However, I had an ex that didn't.
Delete your stuff?
No, I didn't. He never posted pictures of me. I don't think he liked me that much. But but he did. He had pictures of his ex-girlfriend on there.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, he was also kind of like the type that just didn't care about what it was on his social media. Like, he had like ugly pictures of himself on his social media, like pictures that he was like,
you shouldn't have
posted like pictures like he knew he should have deleted, but he just legitimately don't care about like what's out there. So he doesn't go back on his own like he just doesn't. So I don't think it was a big deal. So I didn't make it a big deal. But for most people, I would say, I mean, if you're completely done with them, why would you want to keep the pictures? You know what I mean? Like, just...
That's good advice.
Delete them.
That's good advice.
Because, I mean, like, even when y'all break up, when you're going through your healing, like, if you go through a breakup with somebody and you're healing, the last thing you want to do is look at pictures of you together to remind you of the good memories that you had and all that stuff.
But they will say... You know, if you can look at a picture of somebody, it doesn't disrupt your emotional status.
That's who. Stat
your current emotional feeling and healing, then you are healed. Yeah. But if you look at pictures,
you still get aggy.
Then you're not really done. There's still work there. So it could also be an indicator. But then when you can look at it and you can feel peace, then maybe that's the time that you delete it, because you know it's not out of, like this person, I want this person on my page.
Can't stand your motherfucking ass.
Yeah, I feel you. Because I have like some pictures with like some exes that I used to talk to, and like now I can go back and look and I'll be like, okay, yeah, that's just a picture. It was just a time. That was a thing. But you know, like at the time, I was like, get all of this out.
So I'm curious, because you mentioned that you have a podcast coming up.
Yes.
Tell us about that. What's the name of it? What's
Candace working on? What's next in the works, yo?
Yes.
You booked and busy.
Yes, I am. Well, the VMAs are coming up, so the whole cast will be at the VMAs. We have and
you said you got the +2?
They only gave me one ticket, y'all. They only gave me one ticket.
Plus one, right?
Yeah, man. They only gave me one ticket. Couldn't even take my dog if I wanted to. Yeah. There's that, and then I'm also working on the podcast called Live Kitchen. So it's going to be myself, it's going to be 3 other comedians, and we're going to pretty much just be talking about like some popular things that are trended on social media. So it's almost going to kind of be like a millennial The View. You know what I mean? Bunch of young kids. We're going to have the pimp cups, hot wings. It's going to be real educated ignorant, you know what I mean?
Sweet.
Educated
Can't
ignorant.
wait to tune in.
Yes. So it's gonna be fun.
Okay.
And you know, we're gonna be bringing in some celebrity guests. I would love for you guys to come.
Sure.
Yeah,
wait, I'm sorry. Do we qualify as celebrity though?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. I can't know.
I watch you guys every week. Yes.
Okay. Thank you. That'll be dope. Yeah. Let us know. We'd love to stop by.
Yeah, it's gonna be real fun. Y'all are gonna have fun.
When is it? When is it air?
So it's gonna be airing. Starting the first episode is gonna be next Wednesday, and we're gonna be streaming live.
Sweet.
So it won't be edited. So anybody say anything crazy, it will be live, and that is what I love. Like, I love the spot.
Okay. I don't laugh a whole lot, even though I think things are funny, or I'll laugh and it'll be like really obnoxious. So it'll be interesting if this is going to be put on by comedians.
I love this shit. I love to laugh, man.
Yeah.
I'll be like, she doesn't understand or appreciate true comedy.
I appreciate it.
This is your problem.
I have a dark sense of humor. You know, like,
that's great. Yeah. I love dark senses of humor.
But it's not even dark. It's dry.
Dry. That's what I mean.
Yeah, it's not
dry.
Yeah, it's dry.
That is absolutely true. I have a dry sense of humor. So, like, I find things amusing that other people don't find amusing, or I don't find things funny that people think are just. And I'm like, no, that's just stupid.
Yeah, and that's like 99% of our response.
Oh my
God! So I need practice working my
your laugh face. Yeah.
Stuff, so.
I'm going to be cracking out. I love the laugh, man. That shit, I love it.
A fool.
I love it.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay,
and
so
then I'm launching
a
foundation.
Okay.
Called the Rice Foundation. And that's going to be a part of like me, my immediate family. So my mom, my dad. And so we're going to be doing a lot of work in the city of Memphis. So yeah, because I mean, like last year I did the Christmas give back where me and another one of my friends, she was in Black Panther. We took 5 kids. We just did it out of pocket. So we did what we could afford, and we took them on shopping sprees for Christmas.
So dope.
And then, you know, I just did the give back with one of my friends. We partner with like
the backpacks, right?
Yeah. With Double Up Entertainment for Power 106. So we gave away 500 book bags. And so, yeah, like I'm just like the community work is really, that's a passion of mine.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And then you guys, and your skincare, you're going to relaunch this?
This is going to be relaunching as Eugenics.
Okay.
And all of the packaging is going to be changing. I'm adding 7 new products. Matter of fact, I got to go home and work on some formulas right now. That's what I need to be doing today.
You do have measuring cups, though, right?
Yes. I got measuring cups.
Okay.
Yes.
Second with
yes.
you.
And it's stainless steel. We came up. We came up. Yeah.
Okay. Numbers are not going to rub off the side.
Right. So, yeah, this is going to be relaunching in about a month. And yeah,
got a lot of shit going on.
I have a lot going on.
That's beautiful.
So.
And then
season 3.
Floribama. How do you say it?
Floribama.
Okay.
So
Floribama.
season 3 will be airing at I heard the end of September, but they don't know entirely yet because they're still editing the show.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking end of September, October.
Okay.
So it's
we'll
gonna
get to
be
watch it in real time.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a poppin'
And look,
end of the year.
I'm going to be on your IG clapping back at the trolls. We got you.
Don't you love when you have people that come and support? Because it's like
I have about 5 good people. I got about 5 good people.
That's what we have.
It doesn't matter what nobody say.
They come defend your ass. Pounding keys, man.
I have my own little beehive.
Yeah, right.
It's beautiful because it takes all of that stress off of you feeling like, I mean, not that you shouldn't really be that concerned with what people are saying, but sometimes, you know, you're just like, I gotta say something because it's inaccurate.
Yeah.
But it's just so fucking
But you don't even have to do that because, to your point, your closest, I don't know what you call your beehive, but your closest beehive, you know, they come through for you and they're spitting facts and they really don't even know, but it don't matter. Like
exactly.
Right.
It don't matter. Like, don't say nothing about Candace because
I love the ones that come on. They're like, "Why are you attacking her? You must be miserable sitting on your couch, mad because you're not on TV." I'm like, "Yeah,
love that shit." Right? Heart.
I'm like, I love it when they do that.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah. So one last thing I want to touch on because we do have to round out. You have provided our audience a lot of tools, right, to help move through things. We heard gratitude. Well, first, actually preceding that would be doing your shadow work, right? So that's where you own your shit and face your shit. So stop acting like someone did something to you. Own the fact that your disposition and how you walk into that room or how you perceive that environment is that of your own.
Well, it's sitting with it first. You can't own it until you sit with it.
It's true. Sit in that shit. Yeah. Then own it. And then you actually sit in a space of gratitude. So we can all come up with a list of shit we don't like. Typically, when you ask someone, well, what do you look for in a man or a woman? The first thing people usually say is all the shit they don't want.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
It's like, well, I didn't ask you that. I asked you what you wanted, and you're giving me the antagonistic part of that list. So the other part of that, what I heard from you, extracted from this conversation, was to be in gratitude. What did work today? What is dope? And by the way, if it hasn't happened yet, claim that shit as if it is.
Yeah.
Right? And then lastly, just stay busy.
Yep.
Exercise your passions. Again, as we kind of move through this conversation, Candace is doing what the fuck Candace wants to do. She's got to work. Light bills and rent are doing what they do, but you're still doing your passion.
Yep.
And you never, that bill part, right?
Right after the VMAs.
Yeah.
Yeah, VMAs at the end of the month.
Right. So return that dress, keep the tags on. Look.
Oh yeah.
But all of that shit. So this has been very insightful.
Yeah.
One last thing that I do want you to share with our audience is we kind of talked about this because I had this issue was kind of body dysmorphia, right? Where you're not too proud of your body or you wish it was X, Y, or Z.
Yes.
You have come out again. Now you can barely keep clothes on your IG, right?
Yeah.
And by the way, you're beautiful. Your body's beautiful. And of course, everyone from the outside is like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
It's always been beautiful, but you just not come into that. So how did you get through? Yo, this is my shit. I have a mesomorphic body type. I'm 5'8". I have a lot of melanin in my skin. Like, how did you own that and stand in that shit? Like, yo, this is this is Candace?
I will say that for me, it was, well, for one, I started off as being really thin because I started off modeling. So, like, I was underweight by medical standards. But, you know, it was just naturally that thin. And I think that when I went on this show and I saw all the other girls that had more weight on them that honestly like looked better in certain clothes. Like I didn't even feel like I looked good in certain clothes. And so then I did the swimsuit competition, and that really helped me out because I could never picture myself in a bikini because I'm like, I didn't have the curves to look good in a bikini. Like a bikini looked good on a girl, but she gotta have something to fill out the bikini. I had nothing to fill out the bikini at the time, so it was just like, it just looked like I just looked like that little pole with like a bikini hanging on it. So you know, but then like I ended up placing in the swimsuit competition, and I was like, wow, I could wear a bikini. So then after that, I started gaining a little bit of weight, and
intentionally.
Well, yeah, part of it, some of it was intentional, but then some of it was just from me getting older and the partying, like the party lifestyle. Once you hit your mid-20s, like it don't really, you know, the drinks don't fall off the same
alcohol
way.
Stay on
you. It don't fall off the way it did when you were like 21. So, you know, it started just sticking a little more. So, and then I was also in a relationship with, I don't know, like I kind of felt like he made me feel really fat, and he made me feel bad about gaining the weight. And so from there, this is where I'm at now, where the best version of myself is just to be healthy. And so now I'm going to the gym every single day, and for me it's not even about just like this perfect body that I want to have, because I'm not that obsessed with like abs, or I'm not that obsessed with like my arms looking a certain way. Like I have enough inner confidence, and I'm confident enough in my personality that I can walk in the room and I think that I can make people like me just with me. If I had no makeup on, if I had no weave, if I had none of that stuff, I feel like I could go in a room and make people like me for me. So none of that stuff really matters to me, but I do want to live a lifestyle where I work out regularly. And so I'm now coming to the point, and that's where the gratitude comes in. Like I've really been on this gratitude like shift lately, because I'm just happy to be in a place where I have both arms, I have both legs. I don't have lupus. Like I have friends that have lupus and that are suffering from a lot of other things that are like my age, you know? So I'm like at a place where I'm grateful that my body functions healthy. So why not go to the gym and take care of it? And that's it. And I drink a lot, so I gotta go to the gym. So you kind of
gotta detox anyway.
I have to detox, so you know.
And they're smelling like Tito's when you're doing your leg lifts.
Nice.
Yes. Well, listen, Candace, it's been epic having you here.
Thank you so very much. For having me.
Like this is you, our celebrity. You have a celebrity here in our house.
Oh my gosh.
And it's our first episode of the season. So.
It is.
Thank you so much.
Y'all are so
we are in
lovely.
gratitude for your presence. Thank you.
Sure.
We definitely want to have you back. We want to follow you through your journey. I'm sure we have lots of shit to talk about once the show ends.
Oh my gosh. If y'all let me back after season.
We want some clarifications.
We'll contact you and let you know if you pass.
Yeah, we'll have our people reach out to you.
It's not that bad. The two things that I did that were bad, I apologize on camera for them.
Okay.
We got to tune in. I got to watch this shit.
Can't talk about it yet.
Yeah. We don't even watch stuff, but like, I'm going to have to watch this.
Yeah.
No, to watch
this. Make sure the children are asleep.
Yeah,
well, it's going to be a new space for us too. I think you part of current events are also popular events, pop culture things and stuff. So we want to be in the know so that we can know how to support conversations, shifting conversations too.
Yeah,
can't always be about love and light or even just hard shit and vulnerability.
Some shit ain't that spiritual.
It's got to be just like meeting people where they are and stuff. And I think there's a lot to pull from that. So I'm looking forward to watching.
Awesome.
It's going to be a new content for y'all.
All right. You
ready?
We ready. So, Candace, where does everybody find you? Tell everybody where to find you.
So, everybody can find me on Instagram. That is, Instagram and Facebook is where I am the most active. Instagram is at This Is Candace Renee. And then my Facebook is just Candace Renee Rice. My page is actually public. I probably won't add you as a friend, but you can go on there and see whatever you want to see.
Boom.
It's a public page.
There it is.
I don't hide anything. Like, if y'all want to see my ugly high school pictures, they up there. But I mean, yeah, like my actual friends is like my family and stuff like that. But it is a public page. So if you go right on my wall and say, Candace, I hate you, I will see it. Yes.
No.
Don't write
it. Yeah, don't do it. Go to Candace's page and just follow the journey, embrace her. Yeah, just do that.
Yeah.
Where can they find you?
Where can they find me? Of course, across the board, I am Dimitri Snowden. That's it. Super simple.
At Dimitri Snowden.
At Dimitri Snowden across the board. So it's Facebook, IG, Twitter.
Yes. And you can find me on Instagram at Ashley K. Snowden. I am on Facebook, but I never know my name.
She only likes Instagram.
He says that every time. You can write in the comments for him to stop saying that.
Actually, you can write in the comments for her to know what her handle is on Facebook, since people talk to her on Facebook.
You gotta get on Facebook.
I do. I get on there. He doesn't. He's talking mess. I get on there, but you know what? Facebook isn't as nice as Instagram. I feel.
You
feel like the people
me?
that come on
Instagram.
No. They trash talk you on Facebook because they think nobody sees it.
Yep.
This is true. Because we have. There's. I know we got to round out, but there are some groups dedicated to just us. And I'm just like, the shit you read, you're just like, wow. Like,
I don't read anything. People send me something, I'm like, okay, thank you. I don't need to.
Thank you, no thank you.
Yeah. So that is it.
That's
Shift's been real. Thank you so much, Candace.
Yes. Thank y'all.
Thank you. Oh, did you talk about the gifts? Or you talk about this?
Oh, I got you some gifts. Yeah.
Yes.
So
Well, she talked a little bit about
body butter.
Body butter. Not the booty butter. I want the booty butter.
This is that's not ready yet.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll take we'll take the first sample. Please.
Yeah, it's the body butter. Mm-hmm. And then this is the face cream. This is for both of you to use actually. Mm-hmm. This is really good. It's man
friendly.
Yes, it is man friendly.
Okay.
Yes, you can. So you can open it, use it at night before you go to sleep.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So you're just clean your skin, put that on afterwards, and you're gonna look even more beautiful than you already do now.
Nice. Thank you. All right, guys, appreciate you. Thanks for tuning in.
Until next time.
Cheers.
Peace.